Hello and welcome back to Adventure's Edge, Heroes of the Vale, Episode 9.
Where we all die. Oh, wait, no. That hasn't happened yet.
It hasn't happened
yet.
yet.
Tagline for the episode.
Thanks for listening.
But we have exactly 1 hour, and this might be the shortest campaign ever.
No. Zinnia's not going in there, so.
Yeah. Somebody's going to live.
Someone.
Yeah.
I was absolutely delighted in the methodology you guys used to explore the ruins.
Yeah. It was chaotic in nature.
It was definitely original. Yep. Split the party, trigger all of the encounters at once, and I don't know now what. But let's get into it. I think somebody's got a recap. I don't know who. Does somebody have a recap?
Tommy's got to recap this time. So, from our tactical position in a courtyard, we attempted to get into a tower unsuccessfully, and then we investigated a well. We threw some rocks in it, and then we were not interested enough in the blood on the ground, if I remember distinctly. Bramble, my friend, was able to secure some of the much-needed mushrooms, whilst not disturbing a colony of bats. And Trunk, we identified Trunk as a perimeter person who went across the perimeter and acquired a book that tried to fungus him. And then we went ahead and me and Dayrune were in the chapel. And now we are being, in the dark, we are being fitted for octopus hats. And that's what I think happened.
All right. I like octopus hats.
And we have collectively killed the DM. We won D&D.
D&D has been won.
Oh, I love it.
Checkmate.
Well, we are going to go right into combat because, I mean, people have really been waiting. I know we have not really had, it's not been a combat-intensive story so far, and I want people to know that combat happens.
I don't know, were you there for that kettle? It was terrifying.
We're going to try to avoid that at all costs.
We walk away from that, guys. Let's never fight anything.
God, that was hard.
Let us be the peace warriors.
Okay. Well, we're going to just start out at the top of the round with Dayrune, whose head is grappled in the dark by something leathery and tentacly.
Dayrune would like to point out that he feels a bit trapped by the master of dungeons. You put an anvil in front of a dwarf, and you just expect him just to be there. I felt it was a trap specifically for me.
We all agree.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
The difference is you're sad about it.
Sad, mad. No.
I do. I have to say, I do feel a little like I baited you just a little bit.
Just a bit.
Just a little bit.
Well, you caught your fish. I am going to take out my dagger if I can and stab my head.
Wow.
Like, I knew that was going to be the action. I just wasn't sure how you were going to phrase it. And I'm glad it was that way.
So here's to it, right?
Yeah, all right. You pull your dagger out and stab about your head and face.
17 to hit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now, you are grappled.
Oh, yeah.
So you have the grappled condition, which I believe impairs your attack by -2.
Everybody should boo at this moment. Boo. Rules. Boo. I guess. I mean, you're asking me or you're telling me. So it's a 15.
However, you still hit.
Okay.
So you plunge your dagger into this leathery creature that's attached to your head. And give me some damage.
3 points of damage.
3 points. All right. You stab into it for 3 points of damage.
I'm just going to holler out, I'm stabbing it. That's it. That's all I got. I don't even know if my mouth is mobile at this point. Get a tentacle right up in my mouth.
We didn't need that.
We did. Okay, that's and maybe hopefully Corda can, or I can shout Corda. Corda, help. I don't know. Yeah. She's like, no, I'm good.
That is asking a lot of that wolf. Hey, come into this total darkness and fight this giant hat octopus.
Not sure Corda would.
She's in the darkness already.
See what to attack.
That's right. She's going to smell around. Oops, sorry.
Oh yeah. Well, that is a good point. Because you actually are blind. You're right. I'm sorry. There is actually a 50% mischance too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of already counted the points. Yeah.
I don't know. But if you're stabbing at your own head, I mean, he would have to have pretty poor body sense.
I could see if they were like 5 feet away or, within that, but like it's sharing my space.
Yeah. I mean, like, I feel like I don't care.
I don't know. I've never stabbed my own head.
I know where
before.
my head is, right?
Yeah.
Rochelle is stabbing at her head right now.
I think you're right, though. Close your eyes, Don, and start stabbing your head.
Do you lose your head? Do you lose where your head is when your eyes are closed?
It'd be like, I mean, if you were blind shooting a bow and arrow at an enemy, I could see.
Right.
This is along the same practicality lines of you can smell the backwater from a ways away.
You really can.
People haven't been talking about this for a week at all, I promise you.
I realize I have deep-seated issues on some things, and I apologize. I just do.
Bats are our friends.
Yes.
Bats are our friends. And you should not actually worry about real-life bat swarms. But in a fantasy world of magical elves and flying wizards...
and sky octopuses.
There are unnatural swarms of creatures that do not mirror the real world.
Thank you.
And I've actually been really putting some thought into, in my world, why swarms might behave the way they do.
Okay.
So that is something that I do plan to explore because you have really made me think more about it.
So that's really the
win
win
first
here.
Step, right?
You've altered the DM's their campaign. It's very base level.
Every time he's going to put a swarm into the battle, he's going to think about it.
He's like, how can I avoid having this conversation with my wife? I think that's what it is.
Why would the giant spider want to attack you guys?
What's its motivation?
I really need to get behind it.
Everything just starts with, in a flat world, spinning around an elemental river. Turns out bats are cranky.
It's because there's no north and south pole. Their navigation is all messed up.
Man, yeah.
Yep.
Meanwhile, did Daerun stab his head?
Yes.
What do you want?
He did, and I'm going to go with the rule of cool because I don't actually feel like looking it up because it is attached to you. I'm actually reasonably sure it is a 50% mischance, but I'm not going to apply it to you because it is on your head. So you plunge your dagger into it, you do 3 points of damage, and you feel the little suckers pucker just a bit.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's worth
it. Tommy, you hear it like circling above you, whatever it is, because you probably do not actually know what it is.
Sure.
And you sense Daerun struggling nearby.
What was I able to grab him because I only moved like 5 feet when my previous action was to reach out to try to grab him. And that was never established.
That was not established. Give me so to grab him, that would actually be like a grapple check because you're trying to actually literally grab him. So make a CMB against him.
My CMD
and we're going to need your CMD, Daerun.
14.
12 is my CMD.
Okay. So you reach out. Now, is this a friendly grapple? Or are you just like putting your hand on his shoulder? Or are you like grabbing him to drag him?
I'm going to grab him to drag him out of the darkness.
Okay. So, Daerun, you feel Tommy's rough hands on your body dragging you.
Phrase different.
Wow. Why'd you bring it rough? Let's see your hands, Jeff.
It's okay.
Lotion.
Let's get out of the dark, friend. And I'll start dragging him.
Okay. So, I mean, he's a willing participant.
Yeah.
But this is okay. So you're going to basically start dragging him. That's fine.
Do I need to make a check for that?
In this case, I'm going to say no. Normally what you would be trying to do it is a pull. Like there's like you can bull rush somebody where you're trying to push them, or you can try to pull somebody, and those are combat maneuver checks. But you're not really performing a combat maneuver on him because he's not trying to resist you dragging, I presume. So you grab him and you're trying to just maintain your orientation to pull him back out of the door. And since you only basically stepped one space into the door, I don't think that you would have been turned around that quickly.
So I was able to grab him last time. So now it's my turn this time? Or is that all of my
Grapple
turn?
was your turn. You just see that movement, but you're grappled.
Because, last time I went to grab him and we never resolved it.
Okay. Then you're right. I'll have had you grabbed him last time, in which case he was flailing around with his dagger and stabbing at his head. And now you're going to drag him.
Correct.
So, because he did technically, he wouldn't have had movement because he pulled out his dagger. Okay, so this is a drag. So go ahead and make a drag roll.
What am I adding to this?
It's your CMB.
Oh, so that's 13.
Okay, so you drag him into the hall. However, and Zinni is aware of this, the wall of darkness moves with you.
Oh no!
So Zinni, you see the wall of dark encroaching, because it seems to be following Daron's head. So you move him. You know that you're back in the foyer. You can hear Zinni up very close now, and
then I would like to take my free action to talk, and I'll say, Zinni, it's not working. And then that's my turn, I guess.
Yeah, I have to look up a rule real quick because I think I accidentally halved that diameter.
Spell effect.
Spell effects. I was thinking it was a 10-foot radius. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. That's a 20-foot radius.
I was wondering. I was thinking it was kind of small for darkness, but
whoopsie. Okay, so hold on. So if Daron was there, 20-foot radius, that actually would have been the whole foyer. Okay, we're gonna retcon that ever so slightly. So Zinni, you would have actually been at the entrance initially there, because that was the edge of the darkness.
Okay. Yeah, I would not go into the darkness.
But now, as he's pulling the darkness towards you, you would get engulfed based on his actions.
Well, don't phrase it like that.
So
based upon his actions,
it's Tommy's fault.
That is the actual tagline of our show.
It's Tommy's fault.
Okay, so I'm going to actually do this now. I realize you can't see your pawns, which seems realistic to me. So, Zinni, you're in the courtyard. Oh, but hold on.
I think we just get a free pass and it dies on its own.
Sorry.
You must have some kind of fish oil or something to keep your hands.
So it doesn't matter how long
right?
you play this game. There's always little bits that you have to keep track of.
Imagine that.
Because it is actually bright light outside. You're allowed to say stuff.
Why? I'd rather you figure it out.
I think the listeners heard that gesture of haha, I'm right.
The illumination drops.
Wait for it.
Okay, let me readjust here. Yeah, the cries of 1,000 people who know the rules out there.
If 1,000 people are listening, thank you very much.
Yay! Feel free to write in and tell my husband how he makes his mistakes.
Then find a friend to listen to his rules, and then we'll have 2,000 people crying.
Okay, so the first 5 feet in the hall are going to be dim light right now because it is reduced 1 step. Zinnia, you're basically in bright light. It's still dimmed a little bit, but Tommy is still going to be in full dark. And so is Daron. And then so is, at this point, There we go. Okay, so there's lots more dark here, but Zinnia, you're not engulfed in the darkness. So Tommy, you've drug him. I apologize for getting the rules right. It is now Trunk's turn, who last time had grabbed the book, avoided the spores, and ran to the door, of which you were going to
open it.
I didn't know if this was an aggressive, heroic kick down.
Is it open?
It was closed.
Is it unlocked?
So you tried the door?
Yeah.
Okay. It is unlocked. So you can throw the door open, and then what you would see is a wall of darkness. And you hear struggles inside of it.
You think it's Dwarvish cursing, but you're not quite sure.
I do not know Dwarvish, so I assume it is all cursing. And also, I don't know really anything about my magic, so I will grab out my pike and I will cast light on the tip of it because I assume it will work, even though the DM part of my brain goes, no, it probably won't.
All right, so you cast light on your pike, which does a good job of illuminating the room that you're in and the edge of the chapel room, but you can see that it does not penetrate what clearly must be a magical barrier of darkness.
Confused, I just kind of like idly stab at the darkness and see it does nothing.
All right, cool. That is pretty much going to be your turn because you open the door and you cast light.
Mm-hmm.
So now we are at Bramble. So Bramble, you have run west to the edge of the hall, or nearly into the hall, past the open door, where a wall of darkness suddenly materializes in front of you, and you can come to a halt.
Yes, I would indeed come to a halt.
Okay. And give me a perception check.
Oh dear. That is 17.
17?
Yes.
So you pause. What were you thinking the next action you were going to do is?
Run in the opposite direction.
I'll follow you.
Yeah.
Heroes of the Vale.
Remind me to look up next time I cast light.
Okay, so you stop, you turn, and you're going to run back in the opposite direction. And as you do...
Oh, no.
Oh,
no. You're waking the bats.
No bats. All right, you turn, you step 5 feet past, basically adjacent to that open door where you were going to continue on, when something large and furry snarls and lunges at you. You would immediately recognize it as a large gray wolf. And they're going to make their attack. What is your AC, Bramble?
That is 17, I believe.
Oh.
Yes.
That is really good. Okay, so the wolf snaps at you, which startles you, no doubt, but does not hit you. You can continue running.
Yes.
Or what do you want to do?
I will continue to run.
You see a snapping wolf and make the wise decision to just flee down the hall, which then, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Basically, you can get all the way back to the end of the hall to the rubble, and that is where you will be, unless you're going to go back into the bat room.
No.
Okay. Then, Zinnia, what do you do?
So Zinnia is going to back up some more because I want them to keep coming out into the courtyard, and I'm going to continue to call to them and say, come out, follow my voice, follow the fairy voice, follow the fairy voice. Yeah.
That is beautiful. I'm gonna loop that and put
Do
that, put that on a button.
That sounds like a ringtone there.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay. So they hear your fairy intonation. Now it is the bad guys. So
Bad guys. Good
bad guys.
Bad
The
guys.
villains, or just perhaps natural creatures existing in the natural world, not to be a threat. One of which, though, is, however, attached to your head.
Currently biting his head.
Trying to
Not
suck
a threat.
suck the life out of me.
So it is going to try to constrict you, which it actually, because it is grappling you already, it does not have to make a roll. It is just going to put its tentacles around your throat and attempt to choke the life out of you. And it's unpleasant. It is unpleasant to the tune of 6 more points of damage.
Oh, no.
All right. The second creature, though, is going to navigate the darkness and comes swooping in again at Tommy. And he is going to miss again. That does bring another bit of darkness. So, Zinnia, you're aware that the spell has well entered into the courtyard. So it is still light because it's bright light. It's just slightly dimmed. So whatever the source of the darkness is moving about and is probably occupying, maybe Tommy's space. All right. But then up here, Bramble, you are aware that the wolves, plural, are going to give chase. As you hear the growling and all of you hear like a wolf's howl, and it's going to go 5, 10. Let's see.
Oh, dear.
This is like a horror movie.
Yeah, they actually have 50 feet of movement. So it is going to reach the end of the hall as you just hear it chasing after you.
All of a sudden, we want the bats to be disturbed.
Right.
That could be interesting. Okay, so Bramble, you're at the end of the hall now, basically not at a dead end because there is a pile of rubble that you're going to have to escape over.
Yep.
But you have 2 large gray wolves nipping at your heels, one of which that is going to attempt to take a good chunk out of you. Fortunately for you, I think that is going to be a miss. That is only going to be a 10.
Woo.
Is that when someone misses?
Yeah.
Woo. Yeah. Oh, I am happy I have not been bitten.
Mauled by the wolves.
I hear you. Well, I can't, but...
Yeah,
Okay. And this is an interesting way. Okay, so things are happening. Chaos is reigning. And we're going to go back to the top of the round. Dayrune.
So I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself. Now, do I get 50% chance of that working? Sorry.
No. So normally casting a spell when you're being threatened, you would want to cast it defensively or you would provoke an attack. But it's already constricting you.
I mean, how worse can we get?
Yeah. So it actually doesn't get in a... No, it doesn't, because it's just constricting you. You're already grappled. So you cast Cure Wounds on yourself.
Cure Wounds on myself. Then I say, Corda, follow Zinnia's voice. Go. And then I'm going to, if I have any actions left or movement, I'm going to follow her voice.
All right. We'll roll your heal. See how many you got back. Got to be very important, I suspect, in a moment.
Thank you.
Because I don't think you probably have a lot of hit points.
No, I've had more. 7 hit points back.
Oh, that's amazing.
It is, isn't it?
Okay.
And then I'm going to, Corda's going to make a full dash out Zinnia's voice. And imagine that she is so keen with her hearing, she knows exactly the point.
All right, then you were going to, since she is pretty close and singing loudly, you can stumble through Tommy's space out into the courtyard, where once you get free of the front doors, the darkness it becomes just low. So it is still you can see again.
Sure.
So Zinnia Dayrune stumbles out of the darkness, and you see.
But I still have this thing choking.
Okay, you see this horrible looking. I mean, you can make a knowledge to try to figure out what it is, if you care. It would be knowledge arcana.
Oh, okay. I can do that right now. 10.
Okay. I mean, you don't know what it is. I mean, that's probably not too surprising, but...
Octopus hat.
It is an octopus hat. It is a conical, leathery-shaped creature with a bunch of tentacles, of which are wrapped around Dayrune's throat. And I think I would describe it as kind of horrifying. The text calls it a hideous octopus.
That is not a good look on you.
No, either is the blue face.
I can't see the
Some
face.
suffocation.
Okay, but it does provide you the opportunity to do something now that you can see it and him. What would you like to do?
Oh, I can do something right now? Okay.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I was speaking to you, and then I just...
forgot everything else existed.
I just start bouncing around. I get confused. No, it's actually Tommy's turn.
Okay.
Sorry.
I would like to also move out of the darkness. If I move next to Daerun, can I then attack?
You can. So you go running out of the dark. You don't see the other creature that was assailing you. You know it's in there. But you go running out and you see it on Daerun's head.
Yeah. So I'm going to attack it.
All right. So you got your spear out and you go to impale his head.
That's a 20.
That is a hit.
For 9 damage.
Wow. Okay. You really stick it to it. Okay. You don't think you killed it, but it emits a terrible noise.
Can I try to use that spear that's in it as leverage to pull it off of him?
No.
You just pull my head off.
No.
All right. So
it's on better than that.
I've added the pawn to the map. It is actually in Daerun's space, so don't be confused about that. It's easier to not have pawns stacked.
Okay.
But so it is on your space, Daerun.
Mm-hmm.
And a spear went uncomfortably close to the top of your head, but you feel the creature weakening its grip on you. Trunk, the darkness moved.
That's disquieting.
All right,
Seems natural.
No, definably not. That.
Maybe your spear is making a difference.
Ah, yes. I knew it would work eventually. Okay, so I see darkness receding.
Yeah, so the darkness leaves the room, and you actually still see a strange octopus-like creature hovering in the air, looking like it's about to go flying, because it's like it doesn't have wings, into the receding darkness. But you do get to see it there.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, this is clearly some sort of chapel.
Well, there are smart moves, and then there's what I'm going to do. And I will just go after the flying, not dark octopus monster that I suspect is going to select a new target and make more darkness in a very short amount of time. Or maybe I'll just kill it. That'd be great.
Well, you have shown the ability to do that.
I rolled a 3 on the die, so we're going to go with probably not.
Well, at least this will continue to be interesting for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think it's just +3, so I doubt a 6 hits.
It does not. So you, perhaps you slipped on a rock in this old chapel, got near it, thrust at the creature, and although you're still using your pike, right? Or did we...
I don't think I finished crafting the lance.
Yeah, so you would actually be...
Step back?
Yeah, you would be 10 feet from it. Cool. All right, then that works. So Bramble, you're against a pile of rocks and some hard spots there.
Yes.
So pretty much you can turn and fight, or you can try to get away. You know that you will provoke some more bites from this creature.
I'm going to try to climb the rocks and get out.
All right, give me a climb check as it takes a chomp at you.
All right. 13.
All right, you start scrambling over it, and you hear the snapping of teeth just beneath your hooves as you quickly get out of the way, because you said your AC is
17.
17. That's so good. And I'm rolling poorly. So yeah, you provoke attacks from it, and it misses. So you are going to climb. Basically, that's going to take your first move is to get over it. And then you have the option, you can start climbing again to get into the courtyard, or you can start running around.
I'm going to climb again.
Make another climb check.
Oh, yeah, that was 19
All
plus
right.
the 8.
So basically, you scamper out of the hall and then get over the large pile of the rubble into the courtyard, where there's a strange, chaotic scene involving dim light, a flying octopus, and the rest of the party, except for Trunk. Nearly everybody has returned to the courtyard. Xenia, what would you like to do?
So I am going to jolt the flying octopus.
Nice. That is a ranged touch attack.
That is a 17.
That is a hit. Give me some damage on the octopus.
2.
2 damage. All right, you see it gyrate, and it looks extremely weakened. It actually is going to now be its turn, unless you're going to do anything else.
That is all I can do.
All right, it releases its grip on Daerun and attempts to flee back the way it came. And it is going to provoke attacks from Daerun and Tommy as it desperately does so.
A 17.
That is a hit.
10.
That is not.
That's going to be 6 points of damage.
Oh, we have a dead octopus. All right, so it releases grip. It tried to flee, its tentacles flying wide, and it just apparently exposed its fleshy underside. And
which I knew very well. It was very close to its fleshy underside.
It was very close.
The smell still permeates through my nostrils.
You think you're going to have some dreams about this.
I will.
And you plunge your dagger and probably a portion of your fist into that bitey part, and it gyrates a bit and then goes limp, sliding from your blade down to your feet. Indeed, 1 down, but we still have some excitement to go because now it is in fact their turn again, and apparently Trunk was prescient because it is going to cast. Let me reveal all this. It is going to, you know what? But that would be its action. It's actually not going to cast darkness. It is going to just fly up and first try to grapple you.
That's a bad thing, just to let you know from experience.
It did not, however, anticipate because you have reach. I just thought about this. That would provoke because it's going to close on you, and you have a long spear.
Then I shall do the stabbing. That is a 15.
That is a hit.
For 11 points of damage.
Oh my gosh. You do a lot of damage.
I am very big.
Okay, it comes flying towards you, and you react appropriately and impel it with your spear, doing a tremendous amount of damage, causing it to avert its plan.
Whoops, never mind. Sky Octopus out.
And it is going to... You already had your attack of opportunity, so it is going to flee the scene and go flying up to the ceiling where there's like a smallish hole, and it is going to wiggle its way out and possibly up to the roof, out of sight.
I would like to take a second attack of opportunity.
If only you had that.
I'll keep working on it.
I think that's a feat for things that are born next to trees. Pretty sure, right?
I think so, yes.
It's a racial feat.
All right, so our wolves now are going to get to go, though. And they are also going to scramble over the rocks. Well, one of them's not. One of them does not find purchase. That is actually really sad. And tumbles back down. But the other one scrambles over the rocks outside of the walls and is going to continue trying to pursue Bramble. And apparently... 4-footed, agile wolves are having trouble climbing over the rocks. Who knew? All right, so the wolves are growling and snarling and struggling to climb the loose rocks. And we are back to Daerun. We're still going to continue combat rounds because we have some people who are still feeling hostile.
I'm going to look at Bramble. You look distressed, and you look like you're running from something. So I am going to cast Acid Maw on Corda and say, go defend him. And I will then change from my dagger to my hammer. That's my turn.
All right, so then Corda will go running up next to Bramble to defend Bramble.
Yes.
All right, Tommy.
Can I see the wolves trying to... like clamber up the rocks?
No, but you can hear them, and you know what wolves sound like.
Okay. Then I would just like to move. That's about as far as I can get. And just kind of wait for the wolves to show up, brandish my spear.
All right, so Tommy is basically running to the northeast side of the courtyard where there's the pile of boulders, brandishing his spear and backing up Bramble along with Corda. Trunk, you are alone in the chapel. The darkness is gone. The creatures are gone. You do still hear a commotion back out in the courtyard, of which you have a line of sight on between these two sets of open double doors.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do?
I'll head out there, keeping an eye up from the little hole so I don't have surprise attack from a sky octopi.
All right. So it looks like 30 feet will get you into the courtyard.
I guess I can jog for a double move or something, I assume.
Yeah, so that would be 30, would be up there. Sorry, I'll drag you up. And then you could better assess. And then looks like you could probably get up maybe next to Tommy.
Yeah, looks like it.
Got your spear. So you come running in, seeing Darun and Zinni and all that. And clearly they're interested in whatever's going on up there in the northeast side. Bramble, you hear the wolves, but now you're amongst friends.
Yes. I, however, am going to continue to try to get further away. So
Just yell out, "Are there more sky monsters?"
She seems to be good at this running over rock thing.
All right, so you go running like towards Zinnia.
yeah.
So we just have people trading places. So
Yep.
Bramble runs to the west side over next to Zinnia, Nipper, and Darun. And the party is back together. Huzzah!
See, I knew that would happen. I mean,
Did you want to take any action in addition to your running?
Yes. I will start performance to inspire courage.
Inspire courage. So you gonna sing us a
Yes.
rowdy tune?
I will indeed.
All right. Well, in his retreat, Bramble begins to inspire you with a song of battle, and that gives all of you a +1 to hit, +1 to damage, and +1 on will saves.
I prefer like the opening of Crazy Train, if you could do that.
Yeah.
Good.
Nice.
I was getting the opening lyrics of the Smallville show. Somebody save me.
I guess we hear it all different in all of our heads, don't we?
What
It
songs?
is the glory of Fey magic. You hear what you need to hear.
Yes.
Zinnia, what would you like to do?
I tell Bramble. I tell Nipper to go hide because Nipper does not need to tangle with unfriendly wolves. And then I will, let's see, can I see the wolf?
So Zinnia has flown up and to the northeast side. I assume you're going to try to get up above the rubble.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, you would need to be like 15 feet up to have line of sight on that wolf, but that should be doable given your amazing fly speed. So you go zooming up to the northeast side, gaining altitude, and seeing the wolf scratching at the base of the rubble.
Okay, then I magic missile him.
Magic missile. All right.
For 5 damage.
Ooh. So you send a burst of magic energy down at the wolf, who looks up just in time
Bad wolf.
to take 5 damage to the face. The wolf kind of whimpers amidst his snarls because that really hurt. And it is the wolf's turn. I think that they are not fully deterred yet, but he's not going to opt to scramble. The other one is going to try to get to join him, succeeding this time. And the two of them are going to run around to the front gate. 35, 40, 45, 50, and he can double move. So basically, they run all the way around. Well, the one does. The other one had to use his move. So he's going to be behind 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Okay, so the
You
wolves...
see them running?
Yeah, Zinnia, you see them. The one wolf is ahead that you blasted. He makes it nearly to the front gate. The other one is about halfway around the corner of the tower. They both would leave your line of sight, but you can shout stuff out.
I do. I let everybody know that they're coming towards the front gate.
All right, Darun.
Well, Corda, come with me, and I will be on my ready here in defense of attack. And if they get to me, make an attack. And then Corda will stand right in front of me and do the same, waiting.
You want Corda in front of you.
Correct.
Okay. And you don't have reach, though.
I see what you're saying. I just wanted to get,
Well, if so...
I do not have reach, but I was just getting over there for it. Just like that.
Okay.
So if it would have to get to there before I attacked, I understand that.
Yeah, okay. So Daerun has readied his weapon.
I just want to have space for everybody else.
And Corda is in a position directly in front of Daerun, growling, and they're ready for the onslaught of the wolves, and it is now Tommy's turn.
I will go south and get right here.
Next to Daerun.
Yeah, can I throw my spear?
You tried it? Let's see.
It is yes, you can. It is not it doesn't have the thrown attribute, right? But you could, so it would be at a penalty.
Okay.
I mean, or alternatively, because you have a spear, well, you can do this with any weapon, is you can run up and say, and just ready your attack.
I would actually like to use the bow that I just got. I'll get that out.
So
can I go back to, because that would be move action, right? If I just get my bow out.
Okay, so I see what you're saying. So in lieu of moving up next to Daerun, basically you would drop your spear, draw your bow, and fire at the wolf who's past the oncoming gates. You could do that.
You have a trident?
They didn't have a trident, so I have a spear.
Gotcha.
But anyway, I'm going to use my bow that I totally remembered I had.
All right, so you drop the spear, pull out the bow, take your shot at the wolf.
I can just see Tommy like, what's this thing I've got?
Oh my gosh. 14?
14 is a hit.
Oh, goody.
That's pretty great.
And then it's my strength. So that's 6 damage.
Right, because that is a composite bow, right? So
correct.
Yeah. Okay. But it was rated at like a +2.
+2.
Yep.
Strength, yeah.
Okay. 6 damage. That is a pretty good shot. So your arrow dives deep into the flank of the wolf, who howls in such a way to make you believe that the fight has left it completely.
Would actually be 7 damage because I've got +1 for the courage, right?
That would.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. The wolf, you can see, is its spirit is broken. Trunk. So Tommy's pulled out his bow. Daerun's standing up there at the front. What would you like to do?
Are any other wolves currently visible then?
No, the only one you have line of sight on is the one with the arrow sticking in it.
Okay. And that one's still conscious though, correct?
It is.
Okay. I guess I'll approach within 10, 15 feet of it.
Okay, so basically 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 30. So if you move 30 feet, you actually, because you have a double reach weapon right now, you can just stab at it, yeah.
I shall do so. That is a 19.
Give me some damage.
Wrong guy. That's 10.
Oh my gosh. So it looked like it was turning to flee, and you impale it completely with your spear right through the heart, and it immediately goes lifeless and limp again on the ground in front of you. Beware Trunk's spear.
Trunk the Impaler.
Oh.
The Impaler Mayor.
Impaler. Vote Trunk the Impaler Mayor for mayor.
Bramble, the tides are turning here. You heard one death whimper. You see a dead octopi on the ground. What do you want to do? You're singing courageously.
Yes, I just continue to sing because I know the other wolf is on its way. So
all right, you continue inspiring your allies with confidence. Xenia.
Well, that was kind of gross, but yeah. I'm just going to fly up.
Fly up over the wall?
Well, I wasn't going to fly. How tall is the wall?
Well, the walls are 10 feet. I guess, what are you trying to do? I don't want to assume too much here.
I was just going to fly forward and take a look. But if I can fly over the wall.
I mean, you were technically already above the wall height when you made your first shot. So Zinnia sails over the ruined wall to the east of the structure, where you see the wolf was just about to curve around the tower, providing you a quick line of sight to take a shot if you want.
Yeah, I'll use the splintered spear.
Nice. So you call forth a magical spear to your hand and throw it at your enemy.
Yeah.
Give me a ranged touch attack.
14.
That is a hit.
Oh wait, 15. I forgot my +1. Yay. And so that's, what did we decide? That's 2 damage, right?
It's 1.
Oh wait, no.
But you add your intelligence bonus.
I had my intelligence bonus.
And you add the bonus from Bramble.
Oh, all the good things.
Yeah, so it's basically 1d2 plus 5 right now or something.
So 2 plus 4. So yeah, 6. 6 and then the bleed.
All right, your spear tears into the flank of the wolf, tearing away flesh, and it is now bleeding. You hear it yelp. And it comes around the corner. It sees its companion there dead. It is already pretty injured, and it's going to flee. It
takes the bleed.
Yeah. Oh.
It's going to bleed out.
Oh, that is so wrong.
I don't know how.
Okay, so the wolf goes fleeing off into the copse of trees. It's just going to continue running. So it is going to run
for a little bit.
Yeah.
Now I feel bad.
It's going to run 100 feet off the map, disappearing into the trees, where in about a minute it's going to find its final resting space.
I do feel bad now. Wow, that's dark.
Wolves are our friend too.
Well, wolves weren't our friend when it was attacking our real friend. So it could have stayed there in the room and just in its den.
Yeah.
But no, it had to go pick a fight with Bramble.
Okay. Does anybody need to do any combat actions are you going to do any pursue it, or are we dropping out of combat?
I don't think we need to pursue
I'm
it.
not going to pursue it. I just feel dirty now.
Now with a little bit more of confidence, I am going to go check that door again and try to get it open. Say, Tommy. Oh, no. No, sorry, Tommy. Trunk, come here.
Trunk is a 7 foot tall. He's obviously stronger than Tommy.
All right, so Zinnia,
you're both very strong.
Tommy's not stupid.
Yeah, I will fly back and tell them the wolf ran away.
Good job.
Don't worry, I took care of it, guys.
And definitely a more friendly way than Trunk did, right? I mean, it's died happily and quickly.
I mean, I feel I did that pretty quick and done.
Not messy at all. Don't worry.
Sorry. We are all back.
So I found some stuff, guys.
To where we started.
I found some stuff too.
Yeah.
See? Look at this rope. This is really nice rope.
Where'd you find that?
I just toss up my little fairy hands and sigh at the lot of you.
Oh my gosh. All right, so 2 hours later, we're back to where we started. You've eliminated some hostiles, and it sounds like Daerun is asking for assistance.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better. That song really helped encouraged me to give it another try.
To try and open the door.
Yeah, try and open the door.
And obviously, Bramble, you stop playing because you only get so many rounds per day. You can continue just entertaining people if you wish. But Bramble's inspirational tune kind of fades out. And all right, so Trunk, are you going to go assist?
Sure.
All right, so you and Daerun go walking over to the door. Tommy, what are you going to do while that's happening?
Well, I'll pick up my spear, and then I'll make sure, just look everybody over, make sure nobody's hurt.
Is anybody hurt?
I'm hurt a little.
Okay. I just want to kind of assess to see
But I'm fine.
A team player.
Yeah, it looks like Darune's the only one that has like some angry welts around his
Yeah, I got
neck.
hickeys, basically. It's not pretty.
Yeah.
Is it just a strength on the door then, or
Yeah.
that is a?
I'm going to
21.
assist him.
I'm sorry. You said it. What was the number?
21.
Now I got a 13. No, 14. Sorry.
Well, he walks over. I assume you pick up that branding iron and you're
Yeah, I'm
thinking
showing him some thoughts of how we should open this.
Just
So
grab it.
he literally walks over, grabs the handle, and yanks it open.
We must have loosened it up, Rambo, for him. He got it pretty easy.
Yes.
In one smooth grunt.
Well done. I knew you were stronger.
Oh, that's all you need help with?
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
I thought there was something.
No, we're good. Thanks. Yep, thank you. Good job.
Okay. Then I'll just yell, Zinnia, I found the book and I assume it has words on it.
Ooh. I cannot wait. Yes, I will
I'll
go.
just hold it up in the air.
Well, I can't. Can I pick up? Is the book too big for me, or can I hold the book? I don't know how big. How big is this book?
So you can technically hold it. I know we've really danced around a little bit about what you can or can't carry.
Mm-hmm.
It is a medium-sized object. So to you, it's pretty large for you.
I mean, if you want, I can just hold it in my hand and you can sit on my shoulder.
Yeah, you could do that.
I should warn you, it was covered in pixie powder at first.
Actual pixie powder?
I mean, I don't know the difference. I touched it and it went ha, and now it seems to be fine.
Well, in that case, I'm going to use one of my actual uses of fairy dust to clean off the book.
Nice. Okay, so
That's the first thing I do.
Hold out your hand, concentrate.
I just imagined
Give a
a fairy kind of bending over and going,
Gotta get all that pixie off of it before I touch it.
Yeah. Just in case it's pixie, because, I don't want any pixie stuff.
Okay, then, you throw your magic dust on it with a little tinkling motion, and it swirls around.
Tinkling motion?
I don't know. Tinkling, sprinkling.
Yep, no, not better.
We know what you said. It's done.
It's done.
Okay.
I will delete that.
It's too late. It's been
It's
done.
a weird way to clean a book, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The Fae are all very unique.
Yes, I'm beginning to understand there's a lot of rules with the phase I'm not aware of.
Where does fairy dust come from? Now we know. Okay, so.
All right, then Trunk opens up the book.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that it is leather bound and very embellished. It has a beautiful cover with some like fiery images of fire, like flame embossed on it. Actually, maybe has some silver filigree. It is in remarkable condition. And he just opens it up to a random page, the first page. Who knows? I don't know.
I mean, I'll literally just kind of hold it with, thumb and forefingers or whatnot and let her page back and forth through it.
Well, before I open it, I'm going to do a detect magic on it.
You do detect magic on it.
Okay, and then I'm going to use my ability.
Your ability.
Did you check on that?
I meant to, and then I forgot.
I actually did for you. It you still have to make the spell check, but you can do it in 1 round versus 3 rounds.
Thank you. She's still grumpy about it, but
I am grumpy about it. You're right. I'm a grumpy fairy.
what'd you get?
11.
That is actually enough.
Oh, good.
Because it just had the only spell you detect is a preservation spell.
Oh, okay.
And you can start looking at it, and you immediately realize the text is. I suddenly gapped on the name of the dwarven tongue.
I have it on
That's
Oh,
the
you'd
dwarf.
like me to?
Ask the dwarf.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Caldethi.
Thank you.
Oh.
Do you speak Kaldathi?
I think she does.
I do not, but I know people that do.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do.
Okay. Well, you immediately would realize that you don't
Mm.
read whatever this is written in. Okay, so you have that. Trunk is holding the book, and
Am I able to cast comprehend languages on other people?
I don't know. We could look that up. I think that is a self spell, but
It is in one. Not quite sure about with this.
So, because Darune's over checking out the tower, I will call to Bramble, though, and say, Bramble,
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
I believe you can read this.
I take a look and see what I can read.
Okay, that is fine. I'm going to do that. Trunk, do you actually have comprehend languages?
Yes. But I have kind of decided I'm not literate, so I don't know if that would help me read it.
That's actually what I was reading about the spell, because it allows you to read otherwise incomprehensible written messages.
So it's incomprehensible to him, so he'd be able to read.
Cool.
Does that impart the ability to read? Yeah. Huh. That's actually quite interesting.
So I see random signs in town, and I'm like, well done.
Mm-hmm.
Tavern.
And then right?
That's weird, yeah.
You'd imagine that you'd keep that information, yeah?
Oh, I'm sure I'm going to forget that.
I'm just wondering, comprehend languages and simple stuff like would you be able to recognize words then after that if you know what it is at some point?
I mean, you in theory could teach yourself how to read and recognize things that way, but I don't know that Trunk has the patience for that.
All right, so Bramble, you've come over to assist Zinnia in reading. And while that is happening, make sure I understand what people are doing. Darun, what were you going to be doing? Were you
I'm walking into that tower.
Walking into the tower. Mm-hmm. And then Tommy, what were you doing?
Corda's following.
Once I checked on everybody, I would probably be poking back into the mansion proper. Just
oh boy.
Did you learn nothing?
I didn't cause the last thing. And there's still, as far as I know, there's still one enemy.
Oh, he went up into a hole in the ceiling.
Yeah.
Fun fact, sky octopi can squish through little holes as small as Darun's head.
I'll believe that.
Okay. So Tommy, you're going to go back through the double doors into the entryway to examine things there. And Darun, you step into the base of the tower. I'm going to give Darun the descriptive text for the tower real quick here. Thick webs cover much of the ancient crates and barrels stored inside the base of the tower. You see a rickety wooden staircase ascending along one of the walls to reach an open trapdoor above. So there's a variety of things that you can search through.
Does the stairway look like it would support me? How rickety?
It is,
would it support 140-pound dwarf?
You said you have engineering?
Yeah. I do have engineering, and architecture is my profession.
Make an engineering check.
Oh, whoa. Wow. I never made an engineering check in my life before. It'd probably be really bad, too. That's yes, it wasn't great. Sorry. That's a 8.
Maybe.
Okay, I'll trust myself.
You should always trust yourself.
Yeah, well, I will go up to the stairwell, or the stair, and take carefully, but I will start taking steps up the wooden stairs.
Okay,
with my hammer out.
Right, you climb up the wooden stairs and you reach the trapdoor, the open trapdoor, and
it is open.
It is open. Yeah.
I'm going to pop my head up and look up inside there. Are there windows up in this? Or
that's partially open at the top.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
So it's dim light in the second half of the tower. So you pop your head up and look around in the gloom.
Look at the ceiling.
And give me a perception check.
That's a 20.
All right. In the gloom, amidst this various webbing, you see some large, multifaceted eyes attached to a equally large spider who was sitting there waiting for someone your size to come along and provide him a little lunch buffet. And the spider chitters. And once again, we'll see you guys next week to see what happens.
While people read the book, Trunk will just close the door of the tower and lean against it and take a nap.
Oh, wow. Yeah, there you go.
Corda and I locked that. Yeah. Corda might be upset about that.
Well, I'm appreciating the thoroughness of the way you're exploring this place and getting rid of all the dangers.
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, we're really helping out future explorers, aren't we?
Oh, what I would do for a humanoid. One humanoid that we've attacked. It was the hobgoblin.
That's true.
Everything else.
Yeah.
Everything else has been very monstery.
Yeah.
Oh, is there a particular reason for that?
I just, prefer fighting stuff that I have an idea of what it does. Because I'm not, schooled in spider. I'm not. I mean, Daerun is.
I bet you could probably figure out what it does just by looking at it.
It's just a bigger version of what it does to the flies, and I'm the fly.
Exactly.
I
mean, we'll find out.
We're
going to find out.
We will find out if I'm quick enough to pop my head back in.
Ooh. All right.
Okay.
So from one combat to the next.
I mean, and this was a little kind of combat intensive, part where we had a lot of story build up and character building and some camping. But this is like some classic old school style dungeon crawling. Yeah, but you guys have done you made really great progress. I wasn't really sure how long it would take to get through it, but you've really already gotten through a lot of it.
I mean, really, this has been very efficient. So we know from now on, anytime we reach a dungeon, split up, grab all the enemies in each room, drag them all into one room.
Yeah,
we just
together,
aggro all of them.
Yeah, just
bring
pull the whole dungeon, one room. I would casually
like to point out
afterwards.
I did see the spider before I just walked up inside.
You did.
So that was actually I'm really half shocked.
You know what would be better is if we can make the timing a little bit tighter and then bring them all together and have them fight each other.
Oh, that's what we need to do.
Yeah. And then we can spectate and then just kill off the injured one at the end.
And then we would swoop in at the end and claim glory.
Still take careful notes on how it goes, so we're still learning things and getting experience.
Yeah,
for
I just
the
don't
combat.
know. Whoever popped their head up there was going to get attacked.
I don't think anybody's blaming you.
I'm just saying how we go about this is, I'm just curious.
Yeah. Well, you know what that did to the cat, right?
How many lives does Daerun have?
I've not died yet.
I mean, we don't know.
That's real wood, by the way.
Brought to you by is that a wormwood?
Yes, it's a wormwood.
Perhaps someday they can be a sponsor of our show.
Oh, wouldn't that be great?
Wow, okay. Dream big, baby.
Dream big indeed.
Well, wormwood makes great crap. They're great material.
All right.
Well, thanks everybody, and we're gonna continue on in the dungeon crawling next week.
I'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed our show and want more, please leave us a rating and review on whichever platform you use. And of course, feel free to share us on social media. We'll be back next week with more adventures in the world of Tellus. To tide you over, you can read more about the cast, characters, and the world of Tellus at AdventuresEdgeRPG.com. And if you're going out on your own adventure, remember, sometimes retreat really is the best option.